Well, pressure is mounting on America's Federal Aviation Administration to ground the Boeing 737 MAX jets. Senator Elizabeth Warren and Mitt Romney said that the FAA should not wait for answers before taking the Boeing 737 MAX out of service. Warren said, and I quote here, "Today, immediately, the FAA needs to get these planes out of the sky." Warren also called for congressional hearing on whether the administration that used to stand up to Saudi Arabia to protect Boeing arms sales has once again put lives at risk for the same reason. But despite pleas from lawmakers of both parties, the FAA has refused to suspend the model. The FAA Administrator Dan Elwell said, and I quote, "Thus far, our review shows no systemic performance issues and provides no basis to order grounding of the aircraft." Elwell said that FAA will take immediate and appropriate action if such evidence emerges. Now, the authorities, of course, statement comes hours after the U.S. President Donald Trump spoke with the Boeing CEO Dennis Muhlenberg. Now, Muhlenberg assured Trump that the 737 MAX planes are safe. The Ethiopian airline crash involving the Boeing 737 aircraft killed all 157 people on board, including 8 Americans. Similarities have been drawn between the Ethiopian Airlines crash and the last year's Lion Air crash that involved the same model. Fingers are once again pointing at the 737 MAX anti-stalling system. Now, grounding of the aircraft isn't unseen in the United States. 6 years ago, the Obama administration's FAA had ordered the temporary grounding of the Boeing 787 Dreamliner amid questions about a spate of fires linked to its lithium-ion batteries. And my colleague Kevin gets us this report.
There are obvious, comparisons being drawn to the fact that Donald Trump and the Boeing boss, they've been head-to-head. They've locked horns in the past. They haven't always agreed. Yes, Boeing gave $1 million to Donald Trump's inauguration, but Boeing also gave $1 million to the 2013 inauguration of Barack Obama. It's clearly something that this multi-billion-dollar company decides to do. I think Donald Trump talking to the Boeing boss was always likely. You know, he has been at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. They clearly have some kind of relationship there. But it's really down to his government. You know, the FAA, that's their job to decide and determine what's fit to fly. Donald Trump is not a pilot, as far as I know. He's not an aviation expert, as far as I know. But on Twitter today, he sort of hinted at this notion that there was too much technological advancement in modern day planes, perhaps taking some of the control from the pilots. What he's nodding perhaps there too is this issue, the scrutiny over the flight software in this particular Boeing 737 MAX 8. Perhaps that's what the president was alluding to. But look, experts will turn to Donald Trump and remind him that, of course, air travel is still considered the safest travel among most transport, certainly here in the United States.